Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Springs, Scratch Start, episode 27, I believe. So we've got, oh, that one was a little weird. We've got eggs to move. It's May, there's nothing really to do to our fields. So we're just here dealing with this stuff. I'm going to stick these eggs outside for now, because there's not really any room in there for them. But yeah, we need to get us another one of those Bremer flatbeds, I think, for egg carrying. For now, that's all we've got to do on that level. Oh, I guess we'll raise this. Right, so we need a dedicated egg trailer that we can load up. Possibly even one of those box trucks. I don't know though. Those things are pretty weird. We don't really have enough wood to sell, so we're just gonna do our little bits of maintenance here. Try not to drive on Walter's field. Keep everything full. Take a look at our productions. The bakery is out of flour. Got 4K bread plus whatever's on the ground, but that doesn't sell for a while. The greenhouses are obviously fine. The grain mill is out of material. In 2 months, we'll be able to harvest the oats and fill that up. The sawmill is okay on wood, and a bit later we should have beams and planks to go sell, but we gotta wait on those. And then, yeah, our separator is waiting and our pump is doing its thing. Our chickens are in good shape. And we've got how many now? 750 and 68 more. I think that means we're full. So all we can really do at this point is like, so we'll sell bread in January. There's nothing here. The planks are great all year round. And we ought to get around to selling those soybeans in July, honestly. But for now, all we've got to do is contracts to get the money that we need to get an egg trailer. I think another one of these guys is probably the answer. Go have a look at those. Although, I mean, I guess they get rather expensive rather quickly. There we go. So the TP 500 is the small one. We'd want another 700. Not that we can afford it, but we can change its color so that we know it's the egg one. But then there, of course, is this guy as well. Could possibly be a better one. Or we go for the box trailers. Am I looking down here? We go to regular trailers, right? Definitely don't need a semi-trailer. Okay, none of these are the kind I'm thinking of. I apparently don't have any box trailers, or I'm not looking in the right place, but it doesn't matter. I want to get going on contracts. I assume there are some. Send somebody to go do 32. Oh, and we can collect on some things we apparently forgot to collect on, meaning we actually have more money than I thought. Not much, but more. Mowing. I do want that mower, and there's the mower I want. I have to borrow it right now. And let's see, what else we got? The hoeing is too expensive. The fertilizing after costs isn't actually very much. I could go do some deadwood and get a big load of trees to stick in the sawmill. So maybe I'll do that. That thing would be cool to do and would allow us to set ourselves up to pick up trees. Let's give it a shot. Why not? First off, though, we have mowing. Pretty sure this guy's the mower. I want to do the mowing because this is the mower I want to buy. But I'm going to send a worker. Mowing is on 84, which is just right there. I don't need to send a worker. Okay, well, before that, we got to pick up that cultivator and send him off to cultivate. Apparently a tiny little cultivator, but doesn't even fold. Okay, right. And the cultivating is 32. So, you create the job. And send him off to get going. And this feller I'm going to set as a destination, assuming I can get there. Go to the job. They don't know where the job is. Where's the job? Ah, there. To here. Oh. Oh. He's not having much luck with that. He blocked by Fuel is so compatible. Give me that not compatible stuff. Well, anyway, we're gonna get everybody lined up. Oh, and now he can move. Well, I'm not sure why we need a weight on this, but I guess maybe for driving. So we're gonna get this mowed real quick, and by then he should be over at his location or stuck somewhere, probably, more likely. But this ought to be nice and easy. And I do like nice and easy. Alright, I'll talk to you when this is done. Alright, we're basically done here. There we go. I was going to hold on to this in case there were other jobs, but we have 3 already, so I have to turn it in if I want to take another one. If there is something, even another mowing job. Not that one, $500. Field 34 is ridiculous. It really should just be a part of Field 35. Right. Mowing. You can send our guy to hoe. We'll go. We can get our guy and get the hoe. And then we'll send him off to do that job, because we can't have a worker do the deadwood. So we will have to do the deadwood ourselves. Hopefully that guy made it all the way there. Feels like he did. But I didn't really check too deeply. 37. Field work. 37. Do it. Why? Oh. Huh. Oh. I think I know what happened. Man. That's unfortunate. For some reason I thought the equipment, I thought sure this was for mowing and the big tractor was for cultivating. Instead we've gotten rid of the Valtra. And we're gonna have to go ride the ferry across, and assuming it's gonna come, and go hook that up. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're back. The worker is working, and we're gonna go be about figuring out how to use this one. Alright, I suspect that we need to go up here. Find our trees. Although now I'm a little bit worried that there's one that I probably should have not rented this and just gone and running around with the chainsaw. There we go. Now we're lined up and cut. Really? Okay, well, forget it. I don't care now. We end up paying $2,000. No point in doing all that work. And we gotta think about, yeah, we lost 2414 off that. Ridiculous. But it's just cheap hoeing, cheap mowing, cheap spraying, and lots of weeding. Alright, we'll send a worker to do that. Or maybe we'll go do it ourselves, since everybody else has got stuff. Everybody else has got stuff to do. So anyway, we're gonna go off and get this going. 23, I know where that is. Alright, we're set up on this. Just get going. This is just standard weeding. Like corn to me. But cool. I guess it's going. I hope it's going. It's a bummer about that deadwood contract, but I just saw all the dead little branches and assumed. And I've done that before, and it's always a big bummer because it charges you $2,000 for cutting down the wrong tree. And that particular spot, when I got there, I knew what it was. That particular spot is especially hard to do deadwood contracts in, even just with a chainsaw and abandoning the deadwood. Doing it with that equipment was folly. If I had realized which spot that was, I would not have rented the equipment. I would have just gone out there with a chainsaw and abandoned the wood. Or much even better, I wouldn't have taken it. So we're gonna just get this done, and I'll come back to you when we are done. All right, I'm not so sure how long I've been weeding this field for free because the contract is over. In fact, all of our contracts are over. Cultivation, yes, please. Mowing, collect, for sure. And weeding, collect again. And what do we got? We got 27,000. That's probably enough for a trailer that could carry our eggs. Although, or that we could stash our eggs in. I thought I had a box truck though. Maybe it's in trucks and it's actually just a truck in and of itself. Maybe this guy, or no. Maybe the dragon has a box option. Nope. About this guy. Nope. Alright. Perhaps it's the International that has the box. Flatbed, box body. See, this makes the most sense for storing eggs until we sell them. But it would also be a pain, I believe, since I don't think it opens up. So maybe that's not the best option. We're well out of budget for any of that, though. So there's really not a lot to do but contracts. Contracts, contracts, contracts. Alright. So our other guy is at 37, so this would be a good one to accept. And then from 41, come down, cross the ferry, and take the 83 there. Alright. Although actually I could just get a guy to do 83 while while we're doing 41 over here. Right. So actually, I'm gonna let that roll. Get this guy set up on a something or other. It's good to pay attention to your equipment because, as we noticed last time, I mistook which tractor was for which job. That mowing probably would have been easier. But this guy goes to 83, which is actually just right over here. So I think I'm going to actually... I'm going to actually send this guy on field work. There. And then I'm going to take this nice Case Puma, it's brand new hoe, and go do the work over here. Yep, we're going to do some hoeing. Alright, I'll see you when we're made some progress. Alright, we finished with that other one, and now I'm just watching this worker work, but I'm just going to cancel that because he's basically done. I don't think we even need the lines to finish this up. It's just the outer ring headlands. We're at 28. We still have to collect for the other one, but this is still, yeah, these are just small $2,000 contracts. They're not exactly the top of the line here or anything like it. But this really ought to finish. Yeah, there we go. All right. So now we can collect these guys up. I think we might just continue hoeing. Until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then call it a day. There's a nice big one. Whoops, that one, 51, and it's right next door. So we'll accept that one. And it looked like there were some more. 69 and 79. I think we will, same equipment. We will borrow that equipment, and then we will accept the other one as well. Okay. So then we pop over here, we grab this Puma again. Nice, nice. This appears to be the preferred hoeing tractor of the day. Of course, there is only one hoe, so there we go. Guess it is kind of heavy. So we will get this weight on. And we're just going to send this guy down and to do 69, 79 on the full helper tip. Field work. Yeah, you go ahead and do 79 first. We're gonna go off to do, if I can find it, 51. 51 is over there. Okay, so we go down, we hang a left, a right, a left, and we'll be there. We just gotta get over that little rivery dew. Or more of a creek, really. Oh, it's an actual bridge, though. Oh, these guys, this guy right here. Alright, I'm gonna hoe this up while the worker works on his work. but I am going to use UPS lines for this one. Right. Well, this is kind of a cool field, all way off in the corner, all surrounded by trees. Kind of like it. I wonder what the soil type is like, though. Yeah, not great. This corner of the... Okay, well, so that one's pretty good, but that one's right on the main road there, as opposed to having some nice buffer. Anyway, I'll see when this is done. Alright, we finished that one. And our worker is done with his down here. So we just need to just send him right over here to get that one done. While we consider what we're going to do. Okay, 69 and 79. So 51 is the one I didn't borrow equipment for. I sure hope. And that leaves us room for that one, which I will happily do. Alright. We are off to field 2, which is perfect because we were going to need to take our stuff home anyway. Alright, I'll see you down there. Well, our canola is looking quite nice. 3 fields of beautiful canola. This is going to be a lot of oil mill processing there, for sure. Of course, we've just got to... There's nobody coming. I'm going to roll this stop sign. Yeah, we just got to do what we got to do. Yeah, we just got a couple more months to wait and then we can harvest that canola up and the oats. I better make sure that I actually look at when canola is harvestable. Yeah, July, okay. So this is field 2. We're just going to get on it. It's kind of a big one, but it's going to really up our money, which is awesome. I wonder if we'll catch up to the slow guy who has to make all of his precision turns. But anyway, we're just going to get her done and talk to you in a minute. Alright, all of our contracts are done and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We don't have any barley planted, but hopefully there are some barley harvest contracts. Next month, maybe some wheat harvest. Nope, no wheat. I don't want to do spinach. July, we can harvest all of our fields, oat and canola. And depending on what's available next month, I may just kind of scoot on through June. We'll have to see if there's enough for a full episode's worth of content or not. Does this thing even get weedy? I don't think it does. I don't think stuff grows weeds on the radish cover crop. Thank you for the comment, Pigsty. You explained it to me. You explained it well for me. So if I leave this field full of oilseed radish through February, I will get a government bonus in March and the fertilization bonus. The field will get a fertilized state. And then that means we'll have that on it. One last thing to do in the month of May. We need to go get that sampler and sample this field, because I didn't do that last month. I didn't have enough money. I spent it all on the field. I'm down to like $1,000. So yeah, I'll talk to you. Alright, we are now just doing our samples. I was kind of hoping we would end up figuring out a better pattern for this field, but not yet. But it looks like pay attention here, yeah. Wonder if I can get more in. It'd be nice to, I guess I'm gonna have to do it in two more samples to get full coverage. And it doesn't hurt to do a little bit on the other field. We are going to buy it eventually, although that'll make the timing of resampling odd. But that's that. Might as well get saved. Not that I was intending to. Send for analysis. Alright. Hold that up. Lifts it up. 600. Not bad. Guess we could have technically afforded it, but alright. I didn't want to spend the money last month. And that's basically it. I guess we can go look before we get out of here. Right. As we had known already, sandy loam, silty clay, and loamy sand. Not the best combo. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here of how everything's working. That means there'll probably be a little bit of loam up in that one. Anyway, pH, we can finally see pH, and it's actually not bad. Not awesome, but it's not terrible. Nitrogen is terrible, but that will be fixed when we harvest it. Our yields are kind of ugly. Whoa, and that's a full-on seed rate. I guess that's because it's got a, yeah, got the radish in it. Oh, and that's actually ready to go already. But we don't have the mower, so there's not really a whole lot of point in going for it. You know, I haven't looked at this field when we were doing our precision farming analysis. Okay, nitrogen's good, except for a couple spots, don't know why. pH is okay again. And once again, it's not terrible. It's not amazingly awesome either. We're going to end up buying a bunch of fields down this way. Look at these. 89 and 90. Oh man. And they're actually not that far. Yeah. I think these are going to be coming up as kind of our next field purchases after the sheep plan. Right, as far as the trailer goes, I'm going to have a look through the workshop, see if I can't find a nice, useful, usable trailer, maybe with a cover, flatbed with a cover that I can keep those eggs in. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.